Hello, happy new year. It's 2024. It's time for the state of the trade video of the year. Um Last year was really crazy. Personal records have been set. Lists have been made. Um I had two albums blow up out of nowhere and one that finally grew big enough to reach that platinum mark. Whew. I had never been able to say that before. But after year 22, the World Trade Show came out on September 23rd, 2022, everything just went completely upwards. And it's been upwards ever since. And now year 22 is triple platinum, has sold 3 million records. It's not recognized by the RIAA. None of them are. I don't give a shit about that. And then double platinum is epic poetry with 3 freaking tracks on it. So I mean that blew a whole bunch of records out of the water. It's number 8 for first day sales ever all time. Um and I also it sold more than 100,000 copies in the first day, almost 200,000. And then from there we got a million with Evolution, and Poltergeist is probably celebrating that in Des Moines, Iowa. um, it's a shame. I haven't really talked to him in a couple of years now, but he is really a big part of my career and has helped me a whole lot. He helped me to develop my sound and create things and do it different from how everybody else is doing it. And he helped me to develop. And that's something that I can't thank him enough for. But this isn't the 2020 state of the trade. This is the 2023 into 2024 state of the trade. We got to talk about what's going on with trade right now. Um, this year, I built this epic large gaming computer with two of my friends, Scott and Nigel. You guys know Nigel. You've never actually seen Scott before unless you watched that little reel on my Instagram that showed him in it, but he's not really a very public person. He's a lot like me, except he's not already like, out here doing stuff in the public eye. There's not really any way that I can avoid being in the public eye, but I am a very private person. I always have been. My whole family is very private. Speaking of my family, my brother's fam has COVID really bad. My sister-in-law and my 3-year-old nephew are in the ER, and my brother is at home with the baby, and he's also very sick. The baby has not gotten sick yet, and we're hoping he does not. But only time will tell. We're just keeping our fingers crossed, holding our breath right now, and hoping for the best and praying hard. We've asked for prayers from our church family, and they're giving them, and we're just really concerned about that. Me and my parents are. I had a whole bunch of cousins in town for the weekend, and we had a little New Year's Christmas celebration. And my mom's sisters both came, and it's pretty great. I got the whole room clean here, and kind of a lot of stuff is torn down right now, so we can make a walkway. But pretty much the only thing that's still set up fully is my desk, my drums, and the piano. Everything else is in a different spot from where it was. Um, but this room's super clean right now. My house is super clean right now. I feel good. Um, my job is going great. I got like a whole lot of experience working with dogs, which is ultimately what I want to do. with my life is take care of dogs and eventually be a dog trainer, maybe have my own kennel at some point. But, that's probably like 20, 25 years down the line. No rush. Right now, I'm just gaining experience and doing what I love to do and making my music and being successful with my music in the forefront. Um, and it's really working out for me right now, and I'm actually genuinely enjoying it. I have a whole lot of collabs coming up. I have 6 in the works, 2 that are actually going down and will be recorded soon. I have one that I'm going to be doing the feature on a Dave Digger track. I have one that Corey is going to be doing the feature on my track. And the funny thing about Corey is he's a rapper and a producer from Manassas, but he actually grew up in the house right across the street from me. So he's actually from Bealton. And he's one of the day ones. And he's been here since I started rapping, and even since before I started rapping. This is before the bullshit stuff. And we're going to hop on one of those Kendrick type beats and absolutely throttle it for you, and it's going to be great. He's a better rapper than me, I would say, stacking up like actual like flow wise and stuff. So I feel like I'm kind of moving up in that kind of hierarchy of it, and I'm glad for that. We're doing good. Um, we don't know what we're gonna call either of the tracks yet, but whenever we know that, I'll make another video and tell you all about it. I've been enjoying making those stupid little shorts, reacting to haters on the internet. I have a lot of those. I've always had a lot of those. I've had a lot of those since I started. I don't really care. They're not going to get me to stop doing what I'm doing. They're not going to get me to lose my passion for it. They might take some of the fun away, like they've definitely done that. But I mean, like, besides that, I'm like just coasting by, doing my own thing, making my own music, making it for me. I make this shit for my family. I've been doing splice hardcore. I started on December 21st. I've actually had the splice account for about 3 years now, but I wasn't able to use it because my laptop couldn't run it. Because, it's that 7-year-old HP Pavilion. But now that I have this beauty, yes, I had to show it again. It's called Tiberius Caesar. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. But now that I have Tiberius Caesar here, I am able to use Splice. And I've made more than 100 loops. Each loop has either approaching 1,000 views or over 1,000 views on it. And I believe part of that is from the fact that it kind of runs on loop over and over again. So I don't know how much gravitas to give that number, but I do know that it's big and flashy and I like it, and it goes very well with the 6 million. And I'm having fun being a producer, if you want to call it that. I wouldn't call myself a producer, but I'm having fun making beats, making dubstep. I've been making dubstep, a whole lot of dubstep, and I enjoy it. I'm trying to give some dubstep elements to the house beats that I make, and to the drum and bass, and to the trap beats that I make too. But the hip hop is just straight hip hop. A lot of the hip hop beats on there are straight up classic, like boom baps that I've made on there. All of my stacks are consisting of 8, which is the maximum. I'm using all my layers. I'm practicing how to mix the sound with their little mixing board and just getting experience with it, and it's going really well. Music, we're going to have lots of new music. I have a name for what the 5th album's going to be, and I'm not going to raise the bitrate on anything because I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot again. But I am satisfied with where 25 has been, in the last 2.5, 3 months that it has been out. It's gonna hit 1,000 views soon, and I think that's gonna be the threshold where I'll be fully satisfied with it because of everything that happened with the MQA and all the setbacks that we had with the drop. And I'm not gonna be able to put out 25 mini or any of the 25 versions that I had proposed on DistroKid because of the same reasons. So it's going to live on YouTube forever. And that's going to be where you can find it. It's going to be on the YouTube channel. And yes, it is still my fourth album. And yes, it is still an SP. It is not an LP. That is 25 tracks. It's more than 18. You can't tell me that I have 4 LPs. I have 3 LPs, an SP, and 3 EPs. One of them isn't even from this band. Shout out to C Tactics and Orange Octopus. We've been killing it since Literal Lunacy back in 2017. And guess what? In 2017, I was only 19 years old. So what you want to do? You want to talk all that shit? You want to talk all that shit? I've been doing this since I was 19 and before. Now I'm 25 and I'm still at it. I'm still getting places. And Bristol is here. And Bristol says Happy New Year and that she loves you all and that she enjoys being more famous than me, which is very true because every time I have Bristol featured in a video or in a thumbnail, it gets like 100 views. So, yeah, that's a thing. I've been doing a whole lot of work on my car because, you know, it's 220,000 miles. We need new belts, tires, headlight keeps on burning out, it has electrical problems that have started. It started with the breathalyzer and then the problems with the fuse box stuck around after that. It caused a whole bunch of what is it? I think it was the 20 amp fuses. Yeah, there's a 15, 20, 25, 35 and 50 amp fuses in my fuse box in the car, and it keeps on blowing the 20s. And when it blows the 20s, I lose all of the like dash lights, and the headlights have been blowing out. The back door mechanism is kind of spotty, and the remote for it doesn't even work anymore. So I kind of just got mad and threw it, and it's definitely not gonna work now. But let me just say it broke into 4 pieces. I was very frustrated. But yeah, we got a whole lot of new art for the studio. We're gonna take down there's, I don't know if you can see them, but there's calendars on the wall, and there's a calendar behind a Yoda poster. We're gonna hang up this Washington Commanders poster, this new dogs calendar I got, and the Yoda poster. We're gonna take those down and put them somewhere. I told my mom I don't want to throw them away because I want to document them for how many years this has been a music studio, because I've been having, like, this room is what I mean by that. Because I've been getting the calendars, every calendar that I've gotten I put up in this room instead of my bedroom since I turned this room into my music studio. So that's the story behind that. I just need to find somewhere where I can put them and safe keep them. And I have this filing cabinet over here, but the filing cabinet is full of art supplies and music books and some of my grandfather's old train books from when he used to be an engineer. He designed for Southern Railway. He designed freight cars and cabooses. And he was an inspector. And he did that for 56 years from the time he graduated college with his master's until the time that he was 80 and he was unable to work, and he actually never retired. He's going to have his 89th birthday this year. We've been taking care of him for 6 years now. When he first moved in, he was on hospice. I had to drop out of college because I was on. Not only was I on drugs, but I had to come home and help take care of him. Got off the drugs. He got off the hospice. He improved for about 4 years, and now he's back on hospice again. And he's been on hospice for about the last half of the year. We're not sure how long it's going to be, but we're just getting ready. But we're hoping he sees his 89th birthday. That's in April. It's actually 17 days before my birthday, which is pretty cool. But we're just happy for all the blessings that we have. I'm happy for the growth that I've had, and I hope that in the coming days that it continues to grow as it has been, because there's no reason for it to stop. I've got big rappers mentioning my name in interviews and freestyles. They don't know that it's pronounced Moran. They keep saying Morin or Moron, and I'm like, dude, my name is definitely not Moron. I did think it was pretty cool that what's his name, Michi Darko said trade in his freestyle on Flex. I think it was actually at the end of 2022, not in 2023, but directly talking about me, which I felt really honored about and felt really good about. But yeah, I think that's everything that I have for now. Thank you for watching the State of the Trade for 2023. Welcome to 2024. Happy New Year. Let's get it. We're going to absolutely destroy the game this year. We're going to kill it. All right, let's go. I didn't tell you what my album's name is going to be. It's going to be called I'm Not a Famous Rapper, I'm Steve. All right, that's all. Bye-bye.